Hi, I'm Dylon Jack, and I'm this week's guest on Meet in the Middle podcast. I remember one incident specifically. I just so happened to be serving a customer with my boss on the till beside me. Came in and on the card machines, if defined, it said transaction aborted. And
Dylan, what did you say?
What did you say?
So make sure you tune in to see me talk a whole load of shite with the rest of these lads. Alright, we'll see you later on. Goodbye now. Mwah.
Oh Jesus, he's falling around the gap.
Do you think I come up the line in the bubble?
I know where I'm putting Debbie's sauce.
Hang on, can I submit my confession?
Hello and welcome back to Meet in the Middle, the podcast where Irish and British humour collide, bringing you chaotic laughs, bizarre confessionals, and a whole lot of questionable life stories. I'm James, your resident shitstorer, here to turn up the heat and stir the pot. I'm joined by Rachel, here to remind you that who put 50p in the dickhead isn't just a segment, it's her life mantra. Then there's Danny, who loves a fact hunt and then frequently asks the question, what the fuck? And finally, we have Jake. Have you heard? It's our in-house news wanker. Sorry, news anchor.
Thanks, hi.
And this week, we are thrilled to be joined by our very special guest, singer, songwriter, and TikTok sensation, Dylon Jack. Dylon, welcome to the podcast.
Yes.
Hey.
Thank you very much for having me on, guys.
No, pleasure to
you
have you,
doing?
man.
What's the crack?
What's the crack? I'm absolutely fine, so I am.
Lovely.
I've managed to get over a bad enough hangover, and now we're here. We're chilling.
Yeah, me both. I'm still a bit hoarse from Friday.
Oh, how did karaoke go for you, actually?
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm hoarse. I don't know how many times my name got put up there, but I was up there a good few.
Yeah,
I can say I gigged Whelan's.
Yeah, before me as well, you did
Yeah,
that.
before you.
Warm-up act.
Yeah, I could be. That was your warm up, like 7 days in advance.
It's
So
so
Dylan-
nice to finally have Irish contingent on the podcast.
And we're all wearing green.
It's about bloody time.
I must say,
Yeah.
I'm thrilled to be asked to be the first Irish person on. That's quite an honour now.
No
It
better
is.
Bilkle.
Nay? No, that's...
Now you're going Belfast. Nay. Nay, you're getting the reason.
That's us now.
That's
All right,
nice.
that's all from me. Thanks a million.
That's us.
So, Dylan, for any of our listeners who may not know who you are, who is Dylon Jack?
Jesus. I don't know. I don't know if I can answer that. Bit of a fucking... I don't know. The Energizer Bunny on coke
With a guitar.
with a guitar and a fucking mouth that is... I don't know, not exactly the most family friendly, I would say.
Purple diarrhea.
I'm a singer, songwriter, and also Ireland's best petrol station employee.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yes,
We're prob-
indeed.
Probably the best way to put it through. I don't want to say Ireland's best, that makes me sound like a cocky bastard, but
Just take it.
who's going to top me, lads? Come on. Someone put it their way.
Yeah.
So, you're from Shannon in County Clare. What was life
That is
like
it.
growing up there?
Oh, what's it like growing bush drinking?
Lovely.
That was always a good one. To be honest, look, Shannon's not exactly a place full of things to do, but it's a lovely town at the same time. It's more a town just filled with characters. And yeah, I think we just make the most of what we have here. You know, you have your few pubs. You have your places of shops, and then you decide which of those two places you're going to meet up with your friends. Are you going for an Apache pizza on a Friday, or are you going for pints on a Saturday? And then that is it.
Sounds
Sounds
perfect.
like a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And listen, it's grand. It does the job. I can't complain. It's not like I'm living out the sticks in the back house of nowhere, like. So,
Where is
yeah.
Shannon?
Shannon
it
is
like-
County Clare. So for you Irish listeners, County Clare is the same county that won the All-Ireland Championship in hurling this year. And don't you forget that.
Right.
What
Let's
about
get that
the
in.
football?
Oh, football were shite.
Exactly.
Like, extremely shite. There's no point even getting into it.
Yeah, the Sam is staying in Dublin.
Please
Feel
give
like
him
that's
what
heading
for,
up north
Dylan.
again. Or lads from Mayo will probably try to convince themselves for the 15th year in a row it's coming to them. But that's fucking not happening.
Isn't there a course? Is that course been lifted?
No, it never
Is
will
that
be either.
No.
It's what happens when you're named after a fucking Hellman's product.
But what's the backstory for, like, well, the guys probably wouldn't know it. Was it some woman that there was a funeral on the last day they won the All-Irelands 50 years ago, and she put a 100-year course in the team?
It was something along those lines.
Yeah,
I actually
like
don't
that.
I don't know it myself fully now, but there is some sort of curse, and like people from Mayo, they're very superstitious about it. So long may it last.
Absolutely. So if our listeners can't already tell from Dylan's dulcet tones, he's got such a lovely voice. I want to touch a little bit, just to start with, Dylan, on your musical journey and maybe some of your influences. So can you share with us a little bit more about your musical background and maybe what's inspired you to pursue a career in music? We'll get to the petrol station a bit later, but really interested to know more about kind of your music influences and how that started for you.
Yeah, so the music is a bit of a strange one, to be honest. You know, I think when people want to become a musician, that's usually like what they want to be from like 5-6 years of age. I wanted to be everything but, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. I was always someone who was like a very creative person. So the first thing I wanted to do was to be a comic book illustrator. Then it was on to being a filmmaker. That was the next thing I remember wanting to do. And then after that was the more realistic option of being a teacher. And I wanted to be a teacher. And
What kind of teacher?
I couldn't have told you
What
that,
did you
to
wanna teach?
be honest with you. all I was thinking of, I'd like 3 months off in the middle of the year every year. I was thinking about it more from the holidays, but then obviously you have your GCSEs, we have a thing called the Leaving Cert, and you have to get a certain amount of points, certain scores, and I was very, 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 very far away from achieving any sort of good exam results. So yeah, music is something that's always been in my life. My dad is a musician, so he's been in a band for 30, 40 years, something like that. So there would have always been music in my house, and I did start playing guitar at quite a young age, and I was always a singer. I always just enjoyed singing. I did music in my first 3 years of school as a subject, failed it in my exams, and then I said I wasn't going to pick it again, and a different music teacher actually came into me and pulled me aside. She's like, "Are you not doing music?" I was like, "No, I'm not." And she's like, "No, you have to do music though, because if you do, you're throwing easy points away." So did music as a subject, and I didn't really have like an end goal. It was never like being a musician. And then, yeah, that was when I wanted to be a teacher, and I only decided when I failed everything in school that, yeah, let's try this music thing and give it a proper shot, because it's all right.
You can't fail creativity.
No,
You don't need points from a board to tell you that you're any good at music or singing or whatever.
And it's funny. Like I failed the theory side of things, and that's something I still don't know anything about. But I started writing songs about 3 months before my final exams. That's when I started really kind of liking the idea of doing music and writing down.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember one day I was going in school and we had like this mock examination. The exams here, you had to do six songs for an examiner, and they marked it and were like, yeah, do this, whatever. And I just was so unprepared. I only had 5 songs, and then 3 of them were actually original. And I said it to the examiner. I was like, "Listen, I only have 5 songs." And he was just like, "Listen, I get what you're like. It's grand." Marked me. And I didn't particularly get on with this music teacher at the time. And she told me beforehand, like, "You're not prepared. I think you're going to fail." And as far as I know, I think I got the best mark.
Yes, get in.
Class. Love that.
Now, I could be wrong, right? Because there's genuine, like, overall, I didn't get the best mark, but I think I got the best mark overall in singing. But there was some amazing singers in my class, so I could very much be wrong there. And if I am left with an egg on my face, sorry guys. Apologies. But yeah, that was literally a little bit of an ego thing. It was a bit like a
Yeah,
Yeah,
damn
got to
right.
be
That's
done.
right. Is it true you didn't speak until you were 4?
5.
Oh,
Yeah.
5, okay.
Same age as Einstein.
Yeah, I haven't shut the fuck up since though. That's the problem.
You've got time to catch up. That's fine.
Yeah, I had to make up for it. So I'm you'll probably grasp this later on, but I'm quite badly tongue tied because
just
my
thought you were
fucking
Irish.
parents. No, it's 'cause my
Shut up, Danny.
under my tongue. I like usually if you have that like piece of I don't know what it is of tongue.
We're all going to start looking now and say...
Yeah.
Screenshot that. That's a thumbnail.
So yeah, my
I have
tongue
the
is
same.
connected to the
Dylan, do
bottom
it
of my
again.
mouth.
So you shouldn't do that in front of me.
Oh, I can turn you on or something.
I'm a homosexual.
Oh my god.
I think
Well,
he's
there's
got
your first lip for the socials anyway. I never got that snip on my tongue.
Oh. So you're uncut.
Yeah. Uncut gem, baby.
Oh, God,
Oh
Jim.
god.
I don't know how we can follow on from that now. That's it. Interview done.
Oh god.
So yeah, I did years of speech therapy,
Yeah.
and like I could say words, but I could never string a sentence together. And then all of a sudden, I'm in the back of my nan's car, and she's driving, and I just pop out with, "Oh no, Nan, I set on your magazines." First sentence.
What magazine?
And apparently they nearly crashed the car, but that was it. Then I was talking all day, every day since then. So 20 years of that now.
And it's got you
Absolute
here.
shite.
You're doing grand.
I'd say I'm doing all right.
Well, going back to your musical influences, you said that your dad was a big influence in your musical career and start of that. But what about artists and bands? Is there anyone that's inspired like the music that you've started writing, and even when you were doing your exams?
So when I started writing music, it was all very much acoustic stuff. There's one band in particular. They're an Irish band. They're not a band anymore, unfortunately, but called Hudson Taylor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hudson Taylor were the shit back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to see them live. That was my first gig that I went to, and all of a sudden, that was when it was like sparked in me this whole live music thing. I was like, shit, this is cool. And I remember watching them on the stage, be thinking, I want to do that. And yeah, so Hudson Taylor would have been like the first big influence. But then from then on, it was the 1975 and a lot of electronic music. Like I go through phases. So my what I'm into switches all the time. But I'm huge into my electronic music now. But yeah, the 1975, I'd say, were the mainstays. They've been the main ones this whole last few years. They would be quite an influence. But I think I get more of an influence actually from people I work with. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm so lucky to have fallen into this path where I get to work with some of the most ridiculous musicians in this country. There's one or two in particular. So there's Adam Redmond, who is from Dublin. He's been in bands like Search Party Animal, but he's currently in Just Wondering, and their stuff is just class. So Adam is my producer. We met 5 years ago, and since then it's been no looking back. He's been a huge influence on me. And then there's my other mate Sam, who's also a producer, but he goes by an artist name of Still Searching. So being in rooms with them all the time and seeing their whole process to kind of go back and forth with them, that's more of an influence that I think than actually just listening to music, is watching it happen and watching their brain take over while it's happening. And then it's, so yeah, I say actually I get more influenced by being around people in a room than I do actually listening to music.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's the
studio
best way
where you
to do
make the
it.
magic. Yeah.
Yeah, when you see it happen, it's a completely different thing. Like it's,
Just being in the room.
yeah, and I suppose when I started music, I didn't really understand how much can go into it.
Yeah.
But then being around them and like Adam would always say to me, like, there's always an extra 10% there somewhere. It's just about finding where it is. And it could be sounds that you'd never think of, or you might even listen to the song and you wouldn't be able to pick it out. But if you took it out, then you'd go, fuck, I can see the difference that's making there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that would be that.
And it can be the
definitely
tiniest little things, can't it? As well, like
the tiniest things.
I've had a little bit of experience in the music industry myself, Dylan. So I've been in the recording studio, and I can
You
totally
auditioned for X Factor. Don't mind them. No, I'm joking.
No, I didn't. I worked with Mark Fallon. Have you ever heard of Mark Fallon? Of the
Yeah, like I
Fallon
know the
brothers?
name. Which song?
There was two of them. They were the Fallon brothers.
I know the name. I couldn't pick a song out right now. But
I mean, I'm going back years though. Like this is 25 years ago.
so when I was one,
Oh God, were you?
yeah,
How could you not remember them?
But I totally get what you're saying about being around people, and even just like, you know, being in a studio and hearing little sounds and like going, oh, this is going to work here, and you think, oh, I would never have thought that would work, but that is the bomb that has taken this to another level.
yeah.
I totally get it, and then that kind of inspires you further, and you're like, oh, let's try this, let's add this in and do all that. So yeah, I completely get it.
I have this big thing. Like I do a lot of work on Photoshop and I do graphic design on the side for other people and stuff. But because of music, I've had this big thought put into me about texture. Like that's what it adds. The extra layers and layers and layers. And like we said, it mightn't seem like much, but it just adds that bit of texture. And that's the difference between something being okay, ordinary, maybe a little bit boring, to something that is it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, 100%. We're thinking exactly along the same lines there. And I just think texture is with everything. Any bit of art at all, it's all texture and it's all layering.
If people want to know kind of more about what we're talking about here, about that kind of like the, adding stuff in and being around people, they can go to your YouTube, because you've got a great video on there of you working with a producer. You've brought in 3 items and then you've come up with this amazing track.
Yeah.
So people can go and watch that, and then you'll get an idea of kind of what we're talking about.
I'm not even that that video was actually it was serious, but it was a complete piss take. Like I was so late to that session. I was told to be there for like 10. I was still on the bus to Dublin at 10 because I thought it was at 12. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I was told in advance to bring 3 items. I didn't have 3 items on me. So I just checked my bag. I was like, what do I have on me? I was like, yeah, there's a lighter there. Cool. Probably shouldn't have one of them on me, but I did have one on me. I was in the middle of a chicken wrap in a deli. I was like, right, I'll just use the piece of paper. I won't throw this out. And what was the other item I used? I can't even bloody remember.
It was a bottle.
Yeah, a bottle that I also just so happened to have in my bag.
To wash down the chicken fillet roll.
Right, just I know this is so off topic, and I'm so
What's your
sorry.
chicken fillet toppings?
Yeah.
I knew it.
Oh, no.
It depends. Like, it's nearly always lettuce, cheese, and jalapenos, and it's either going to be with mayo or taco sauce.
Fair. I can't even. No, good choice.
Is this an Irish thing?
Yeah, I brought you and Jake for one.
Yeah,
Oh, you
one.
did. You
Is
did.
it just a baguette with chicken and cheese and lettuce?
It's
and
not
all?
just a baguette. How dare you?
No.
Baguette, come on.
It's not just a baguette. It's a fucking Irish delicacy, is what it is.
Don't you forget it.
Oh.
And don't you forget. Oh,
I went for
What's yours then?
That's me told.
I have 2 in particular. I'd be along the same lines as you. You have your lettuce, but a bit of crispy onion, bit of garlic mayo, red onion.
Garlic mayo.
So that would be one. But the other one, and I think it's perfect when you're hungover, chicken, cheese, curry sauce. That's it. Plain and simple.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's,
Very sauce.
that's going to have you on the toilet.
Listen, worth it.
Oh, I don't know.
But just getting back to the video you did on YouTube with the 3 items that you used, it kind of reminded me a bit of when I watched it. There was a TikTok I seen, and Billie Eilish for Bad Guy. She pressed one of the pedestrian crossing buttons and recorded that. I think it was an Australian one, and that you wouldn't hear it unless you were listening out for it. But that is playing in the background of Bad Guy during the chorus.
It's
Yeah.
the same as the Beatles as well. When they do the That's how they recorded
It comes
that.
together, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Does it
yeah,
come
that's
together?
how you recorded it. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking on TikTok, what's your thoughts on getting banned in the US?
Oh, yes.
It's stupid, to be honest. I mean, I put up a little TikTok the other day, and it's just this little bit of food for thought. I did like my little bit of research, and I did a little deep dive, and on average in America, there's 18 school shootings a year.
Crazy.
Yet you still haven't banned fucking guns, have you?
No.
Where
You're
you
on
have an app.
TikTok.
Look, listen, I understand the whole. I'm personally trying to get off my phone more now because I understand how my brain is absolutely deteriorating in between my two ears right now. And I think maybe not having TikTok would be a very good thing for that. But in the grand scheme of things, with the amount of people who probably lost their little businesses, their best way to promote their stuff, you know, I don't know. It just seems like quite a full-on move for nothing, you know?
Yeah.
And then you go and look at the videos of the owner of TikTok in the whole court scenario or whatever it was,
Oh,
and the questions that he's being asked.
Jesus. One
are
of them was
in-
Irish. Could you hear the accent? One of the guys
Yeah.
asking those questions. If I have headphones in, can TikTok access my brain? Fuck off.
Wow.
No, was that one of them?
Yeah.
But it's more even the case of, are you Chinese? No, I'm Singaporean. Have you ever had anything to do
Yeah.
involved with the Communist Party?
Oh, and we've
That
got
was bad timing. Communist Party,
Hey,
yay!
for Communist Party of China.
oh, fuck. Brilliant.
But yeah, no, I think it's silly. I think it's going to last. I don't think so. I don't like Trump, but I do think he's going to, judging from what I'm seeing, and I could be very wrong, but I think he wants TikTok back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trump.
If put it in the hands
Very
of
much
Musk.
against China. China. Chinese can come back with their TikTok. Oh, that's such an awful impression. Don't put that in.
Well, with over
Right, that's going
30,000 followers and all your like amazing likes, how's the platform impacted your music career? Like, how's TikTok impacted you?
To be honest, not much.
No?
No, I wouldn't say it's impacted the music a lot, which is, don't get me wrong, have I got more streams and more stuff from it? Yeah, I have 100%. And for that, whatever increase I get, incredibly grateful for.
Yeah.
But I started my TikTok, like I started taking it seriously last year. And in a bit of irony, I looked at it as my way out of the shop.
Right. Because I mean, you've got 684,000 likes.
Yeah.
You're doing all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But the thing is, the ones that have tended to go
shop.
very viral are the ones I don't put my music on.
Yeah. You should just underlay it with it.
You should.
I have been since, and I'm yet to have that fucking super viral one yet again.
So what? I only seen during the week. I thought it was going to go viral when you stitched the clip of Sam Fender saying he hates ukuleles, and then it cuts to you playing his song on a ukulele.
I thought it was perfect. Perfect.
Fucking
You know.
algorithm.
But yeah, no, the TikTok doesn't like my music apparently, but it loves me effing and blinding at customers on a day.
So talking about that then, with the customers in the garage, or
Yeah,
garage.
the garage, very
Garage.
fancy.
Garage.
I lived in the States for 6 years. I do it all the time. These guys always tell me about it.
Garbage.
The trash.
Garbage in the garage.
The garage. So those interactions, they are hilarious, by the way. Like, I had literally was just like flicking through all of them. I was like, give me more. And then there's one when you're like in a dress, and I was like, what the bloody hell is going on here? Like, are these interactions with the customers, are they off the cuff, or are they scripted? Are they regulars that you know from day in, day out interactions? Like, tell us more.
So it's fully off the cuff. Nothing
Wow.
ever scripted. Nothing is. I am like a lot of them. I would know from serving them every day. You know, like you actually build relationships up with these customers, and you start to understand who takes what well. You know, so I know I have an idea when, like if I see a customer I know who's a great laugh, I'm straight away recording. And like sometimes we don't get anything out of it, but then there's sometimes where there's just this little nugget of gold where you're like, right, perfect, you've said the perfect thing. But yeah, no, they're all completely off the cuff. Not one of them is scripted. And that's me literally. That's how I've been the whole time I have working there or anywhere else for that matter. Yeah, they like, to be honest, a lot of people home now, obviously nearly everyone's seen them. And it's become, it really did kind of take a life of its own. So no, it's great crack. And I'm glad that people are coming into the shop looking for that kind of interaction, because it makes my day at work so much easier and more fun as well. Like,
have you had Employee of the Month?
I've had the furthest thing from Employee of the Month. Yeah, it goes down well in some cases and not so well in others.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got told that like they'd prefer if I didn't curse as much. Which, I mean, look, when you're dealing with customers, it's so fair.
Yeah.
I can understand that. But then when they see the numbers, they're like, oh, right, well, you keep doing you there and get more eyes on this. And, so you give it and you take it.
Yeah.
And there's a mix of both. Like, but I'm also very lucky with the place I'm in now. It's like the fact that I am allowed to go through with it all. Like, I was working up in Dublin a few years ago. And if I was to do, they're fucking crucified.
Oh, really?
My boss in Dublin, we get on really well, whatever. Like, if I was to see him, we'd have a conversation and stuff. But I know he didn't particularly like me on the counter with customers.
Were you the same in Dublin?
I'll have you in the back this time.
Oh, I was the exact same as how I am now in Dublin. But I was working in Goatstown, which is quite a posh area in Dublin.
Yeah, that's the wrong place to have you.
Yeah,
Not what those interactions.
You know yourself, but like, I remember one incident specifically, and I just so happened to be serving a customer with my boss on the till beside me, and again, it was a regular enough customer. I know her by name, and I felt comfortable with her, like, so came in, and on the card machines, if declined, it said transaction aborted. And
Oh, God. Dylan, what did you say?
What did you say?
So look, I just looked at her and I went, "Oh, transaction aborted," and showed her the card machine. I just went, "That's what my parents wish they could have said when they had me." So anyway, I looked to the side. My boss is giving me fucking daggers. He's just like, my soul. And I just nodded at him as in to say, like, "Oh, sorry." So I turned around and I went, "Look, I'm so sorry. That is a mistake." She goes, No, it's okay. That wasn't a mistake." I went, "Oh, did I say that was a mistake?" I went, "No, my tooth is wrong." I went, "I was the only planned one." So anyway, I'm looking at my boss again, and you can see he's fucking right.
Oh, no.
And I went, "Look, sorry, enough of my shit. I'm so sorry." And he turns around and she goes, "Dylan, one of my friends died this morning, and you're the first one to put a smile on my face." Right? And I went, "Oh, thank you so much." So he leaves. I turned around to my boss and I just went, away before I was told. I was like, "I'm so sorry."
But then, just so you know, I guess, like how far you can push it with people, the right people. You've obviously built up enough rapport with your customers, these people, that even if you did kind of push the boundary, like in that instance, actually, because of the rapport you have, she knows where you're.
Look, I think people know that I have absolutely zero malicious intent, right? Yeah. I'd never say something that I know could possibly hurt someone. Mm-hmm. Look, all I wanted, like, I've always been told that growing up, is that if you put a smile on someone's face, you're doing your job right. And
Yeah.
that's it, like, and that's the only thing I aim to do. And is there times where I've overstepped my mark? 100%. Is there times where I'll do it in the future? For sure. But it's never out of a place of, again, malicious intent. And I'm not even gonna lie. Most of the times, I forget I'm recording because I literally just press record, put it down to the side, and that's it. I don't look at it. I don't think about it. You completely forget. So that's why and I think that's why people connected with it, because I think you can tell it's organic. You can tell that it's
100%.
not.
Yeah.
100%.
And I think if anything is missing off the internet, it's authenticity.
Yeah.
It's all bullshit.
Definitely.
Everything we see on it.
Yeah.
And it's literally just me and the customers. And it's another reason why I don't have any of their faces in it, because that's not. I understand people don't want to be on the internet and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's that's it.
Yeah.
I take as many measures as I can to make sure I don't upset anyone.
Yeah.
But if you're Irish, just hearing the voice alone, you know exactly who that character is you're talking to. You know that.
Yeah, it's a
person.
problem. It is actually a bit of a problem.
No, I mean, I don't know them personally, but I know exactly what type of person that is from listening. I know that old man that's telling you to fuck off. I know 10 people like that.
That's it. Like I suppose the worst thing is, like, if it was anywhere else, you'd be fine. Like if you were in a city or something, you'd be fine. But because I'm in a small town where everyone knows everyone,
Yeah.
people know whose fucking voice is who. Like, and people have no problem saying it. Like one of the older fellas who you're probably on about there is actually my mate's dad.
Okay, right.
And so obviously I've known him for years, and we tell each other to fuck off and this, that, the other. And one day he came in, recording me and put me on the internet, are you? I was like,
No.
did you see that? Did you? You're about 106. I don't know how you did. But then every time since he's come in, he's added to giving me more shit because he knows it's probably there.
He's loving it.
He's loving it. And listen,
definitely.
people are loving it. It's just something to get people talking, and it's fun. And that's it. That's all I want from it, is just to have a laugh. There's no point in getting too serious about it. Like some of the comments I read, I'm like, just step back. If you don't like it, swipe. If you do like it, class. There's no need. Like, it's literally for the shits and giggles. That's it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Do you find that some, like, obviously the interactions that you're having, do you find that you're getting people traveling to your petrol station on purpose just to get that interaction?
I don't want to say yes, because I don't know if it's true, but there's a lot of new faces that I see, and they're like, oh my God, this is the shop from TikTok. And you're kind of going, oh. So yeah, it's funny, like even I'm just doing the Christmas shopping, stuff like that, and like getting stopped in the shopping center for a photo because I'm the guy on TikTok. And you're like, that's so weird. And or like I was away on a rugby trip with my team, and we stopped in a shop on the way from an away game to get some snacks and some alcoholic beveraginos. And the lads behind the counter were pointing at me, and some of the lads from the team were like, Dill, I think the boys over there think you're stealing. And I'm looking back going, no, Jesus Christ, I'm not robbing anything, lads. And they look at me and they just go, it fucking is him. It is him. I'm like, what? And then one of the lads turns around and goes, sure, you're on fucking TikTok, aren't you, man? It's like, oh my God. So, like, yeah, it's weird, man.
Wow.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
Poor Saint Sennon's getting a bad rap thinking you're robbing.
Oh, it's in my bio.
I did my research. Yeah, it's in your bio.
Oh, when the
You can only
Saints.
have been wearing like a shirt and some shorts. You're not going to steal much.
You had a batch loaf under his shirt.
Listen, I was wearing a baggy jacket now, I'm not going to lie. Could have fit a whole load under there. No one would have noticed a thing. Little do they know, I actually robbed 6 Cornettos and a bottle of vodka.
I won't tell you where.
Well, they do now. I can hear this podcast.
Yeah.
I just want to say a big apology to anyone from the Centra that I went to in Cork about 2 months ago.
We take no responsibility.
Yeah.
I have some of your bills.
And the Cornettos were great.
You know what? This isn't even from there. This is actually a homemade vodka some customer in work gave me.
No way.
Oh.
Poaching or vodka?
Patching?
I don't know. I don't know if you can see it, but there's shit swirling around in there. I was given it about a year and a half ago.
Oh, shit.
Are you sure it's not someone's
Well,
sample?
it's still not been opened.
Crack it open there and see what it's like.
Go on, give us a
Give
reaction.
it a sniff.
Tell us if it's vodka or poaching. We'll know by your face.
Poaching?
Thankfully,
Patching?
thankfully, I'm not strong enough to open the cap.
You are struggling a bit there, aren't you?
But the worst thing about it, it's a very lovely little teddy bear on top.
That looks really suspicious.
That's dodgy.
Does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Are
That
you
looks-
sure they
A
weren't
white
on the way to the
van would
doctors?
keep in the back of it going, "Hey kids, you want a drink?" So I rather not open that because I think it might stick in the whole house, not just my room.
Well, just going back to the interactions, one of the interactions, and I think it might have been the bloke that you mentioned that was your friend's dad. I know you were you've used your TikTok strategy to promote music, but also your tour that's coming up as well. And I think there was one instance where you said to them, "Oh, are you going to come and see my show?" And they're like, "Fuck no, I'm not." And then it was just like that banter that you had. But I know like that's worked and that's gained traction from what I've seen. But on a personal level, do you find that strategy of what you do on TikTok and music is really working together, like promoting your music?
I think I at the start, like I said, no, because I used to completely keep them things different. But when I saw the numbers that the shop stuff was doing, I was like, right, I actually have to integrate it now. Because, like I said, I started the TikTok as a way to get myself out of the shop. And that kind of backfired on me in a big way because now people know me as the guy from the shop.
Yeah.
You and the shop are one.
Yeah, I was
I
just...
am the fucking manager.
Your man in the
Let me have my
TikTok
moments
from the
here.
shop.
You need to pop your EP in the background, like on the shelf near the cigarettes.
Yeah. The product
I
placement.
thought you were going to say... I need to pop something different there for a second.
I mean, you can pop wherever you like there, Dylan. Up to you.
Oh, I've lost him. He's gone. He's oh,
That bottle of vodka is looking a bit more appealing now.
Wait, I'll actually tell you this, right? You're on my phone. I actually, in instances like this, I do have a can corner in my room.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Bachelor pad.
Where we go for, lads?
Is that Karpaki?
Yeah. Oh no, sorry. It's not Karpaki, it's Hackenberg. I have some
Oh,
Bulmers,
cousin.
strawberry and lime, Beck,
Oh, yes. Love the
and
cider.
I have a bottle of beer with Donald Trump's face on it.
Well, that can go in the bin.
he's very tango there.
Where was it made? China.
China.
China. Yeah, China. Hi guys, welcome to Meet in the Middle Cribs. I'm Dylan. Welcome to my pad. So over here, this is my workstation. This is my
Are you
to-do
watching
list,
porn?
and then that's actually priority number 1 on the list. Yeah, and then over here is where the magic happens,
Yeah.
and by that I mean
With
actually I'm not going to say what I was going to
Pamela
say.
Henderson.
Hammer 5.
So Dylan, just go back to the TikTok. What's one piece of advice that you'd give to anyone that's trying to start off with and get a large following on TikTok, especially musicians and with the current situation with it being banned in the US?
To be honest, I think the best advice I can give is, and this is much easier said than done, but to not give a shit what people think. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, if you want to give me criticism, that is genuine criticism. Look, I actually started wanting, I said earlier how I wanted to be a filmmaker. And I remember, like, I started vlogging when I was like 12 or 13. But when you're that age, kids are, you're a bit fucking weird or whatever, I remember letting that really get to me. And I didn't want anything to do with creating content because I thought you'd be looked at as a bit of a weirdo. I like, there's so many people who have way too much to say, but have nothing to show themselves. Do you know that kind of way? Just want to bring you down. And I can understand how hurtful comments and reading things about yourself would be really like harmful towards the mental side of things.
Yeah.
But you just actually have to upload your stuff. Upload your silly shit because it's only cringy until it's not.
Exactly.
And that's genuinely the best piece of advice I can give. You know, don't stop either. Like, of course, over the first few videos when they weren't getting views, was I looking at that going, oh, what's the point? Yeah, I was. But then it's the same with anything. Sometimes all you need is that one moment to spark something, and you just got to keep going. So I'm going to give you like one of those cringy LinkedIn kind of 5 a.m. get on the grind, never stop. Oh, what you gonna do, brother? Wet and TikTok, run and all this kind of shit. Like fucking yeah, you just be yourself, be authentic.
Yeah.
Don't let bad things that people say get to you, and just make sure you're doing it because you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Love that.
Speaking of mental health, I know we love taking the piss like all together, us 40, and when we're online and that, and yeah, but we do like to talk about serious topics. So your single Speak Up addresses mental health issues. What motivated you to write that song?
Yeah, there's a lot of different factors to that. So Shannon, unfortunately, over the last five-ish years, there's been a lot of suicides in the town, like
Wow.
an extreme amount. And
You said it's not a big place, right? Either. Really?
no, like it is a case of everyone knows everyone, and when it happens, everyone gets kind of shook by it. And then 2 years ago, one of my mates took his life, and yeah, I just it took me like I didn't write the song after that, but it was always something that was in the back of my mind. I'll never forget the day we found out, and myself and all my friends sat in one of the lads' sitting rooms, and it was just pure dead quiet, like complete silence. And one of the lads walked in a bit later than all of us, and he didn't even say hi or anything. He literally just came in and was like, "Lads, this can't happen again," because it's simple, like it shouldn't. But then about a year later, we had 3 suicides in 3 months.
Jesus.
And so again, the whole town was rocked. You'd hear one, and then it was just literally a case of another one. So yeah, I think I don't know the exact number, but I think it's 6 or 7 in the last 2 years. Yeah, just that, and let's be honest, like lads mainly, but I'm not saying just women, or not just women either, but like lads are fucking shit at speaking about their feelings. Like we're so bad at it. And I think when you go back, like when it's one of your mates, you have this kind of thing of, Jesus Christ, I would have just loved to fucking have a word with you 10 minutes before it happens. Do you know? Because you never know. And he was with my mates the night before. The lads were just having a few drinks at the gaff and planning what they were going to do over the next few months, and then
So it's not even like you could tell anything was wrong.
No.
Because we're so good at kind of hiding things away and keeping it bottled up.
Yeah. So because it became such a serious issue here, I think for me, like I write songs a lot to just kind of get things off my chest. You know, I mightn't communicate something with the lad, but at least I can play it on a guitar and kind of write about how I'm feeling or whatever. So I'm lucky that I have that
outlet, that therapy.
That outlook.
Yeah.
I mean, where other people don't, and I just wanted other people to realize that there's light at the end of the tunnel, even if the tunnel is fucking 100,000 fucking years away, or not years away, but you know what I mean, miles away. There's always.
So I'm guessing that's what the message you want your listeners of that song to kind of take away from listening to the song.
Like the song is broken up into 3 bits. So I'd say the first verse is the whole general, like how it's like it's not even become a shocking story anymore. It's such a normal thing to hear. And that's what the first verse is about. Like it's another day, another another day, another tragedy, another broken family. Like it's happening again. The second verse was more from my own personal standpoint of losing your own mate to it. I don't want to go through this again. I never want to lose another friend.
Yeah.
And then the big bit, my favorite part of the song that kills my vocals every time I sing it. And you can talk about it, you can let it out, because I would rather listen than put you in the ground. Now everybody's hurt from stories in this town, because everybody misses having you around. Like
Yeah.
like that's one of those songs I wrote that in about 10 minutes.
That's hitting. Like that's real hitting.
Yeah,
Like
I wrote it in about 10 minutes. It was one of those ones that literally just fell out of me. And I knew the second I wrote it that it was one of those ones I had to record. And it's like, it's completely different to anything else I do. I personally think, as much as I write to talk about my feelings, I like to bring it into a lot more like positive, let's have a bit of a bop atmosphere.
Yeah.
And that was one where I can't do that. I have a message and I want the message to be heard. So
Yeah.
that was that. And yeah, it's just really important to have people know that they can talk about their feelings and get it out one way or another. It's so important. And I'd like lads to just think, and women just to know that.
Fair play, because that really is encouraging people to speak out, Dylan, which, as you already said, not a lot of people do, like men and women. But you almost feel like talking about how you feel is a sign of weakness, but it's not the case at all. You're helping to promote that. Do you feel like anybody has come forward to you and reached out with their own stories off the back of Speak Up?
To be honest, it was horrendous. It was really horrendous. I know it sounds bad to say, but I hated everything about that whole release. I hated everything about the song. Like, I hate the song. Not that I think it's a bad song or anything like that. I just hate that I had to write it.
Yeah.
And then doing the whole promotion side, I spoke to all the families in Shannon of people who've lost their loved ones, their sons, their daughters, to it. And hearing those stories was, it was fucking awful. And
I can only imagine.
I had planned to do so much more for it, and I'm kind of disappointed with myself that I didn't put out more content based around it. But I actually just couldn't bring myself to keep making the stuff. And then I'd be getting texts off random people who I've never met before and telling me their stories. And while I'm so glad that they're able to reach out to me and say that, it's just having so many stories come at me in one time. I actually got to a little bit of a breaking point where I was like, I just need this song to be released. I even had this big plan for this big music video and stuff like that. And when it came around to doing everything, I just couldn't. I couldn't. And then the thing is, like, hearing all that then reminds me of exactly how I felt when me and my mates were standing around the sitting room the night we found out about our mate. Like, so,
It's like the grief catching up with you.
yeah. And to be honest, I don't want to speak on behalf of any of my mates or anything like that, but I don't know if any of us actually did really process it.
Yeah.
Even now, we don't really talk about it.
But you
Or
need to. You should together as a group, because you know,
yeah,
these are all
and
there
I'm
for
not
each
saying we
other.
haven't. I'm not saying we
Yeah,
haven't.
yeah,
I don't know. It's really hard to know how to react to it, you know.
yeah.
But look, at the end of the day, I'm so glad. I'm as much as I don't like the song or singing it. Like, I did it live the other night. I was playing a gig in Limerick, and I actually went into the middle of the crowd. I unplugged my guitar, and I did it completely raw and stripped back. And
Wow.
I didn't expect it, but I started crying during the second verse. And yeah, I don't know, strange old one. And yeah, like I
That's
said,
authentic. Like,
I,
that's real. That's
pardon?
raw. Like that's raw. That's real and authentic. Like, that's so
Yeah,
good that you could do that, as like with all the grief that you've been through, and that sends a message in itself. You know,
yeah.
like that's amazing.
And it was a lot of my mates in the crowd as well. And I know there was tears shed. Like,
Yeah.
I really do. And I guess, look, it was actually a really lovely moment. But look, I hate that song. I hate it. I'm proud of it, but I hate it.
Yeah, and I understand why you hate it, but it's a beautiful song, and it definitely the messages that you've just talked about and the process of writing it, like all of that resonates through it. And I really do, I think it will help people if they come across it. Sometimes with like music. You don't have to do all of the bells and whistles. You don't have to do the music videos and whatever. Like, that song will hit hard where it needs to and when it needs to. And trust me, Dylan, like, there's plenty more opportunity for that song at any point in time in the future where that's going to resonate with a lot of people, and I hope it helps a lot of people as well.
I'm the exact same. I do hope people, I know people have gotten something out of it, and I just, I'd love for people just to fucking talk. That's it. It's a simple thing, and it's amazing the stigma that there is around it still now about talking about your feelings, despite this probably being the most open generation of people to talk about things. Like, we put everything online, and yet there's still not enough talk about this. And that's literally it. And look, to me, that's just me sending out my 2 cents about the whole situation. And, you know, I'm glad I could say I did talk about it a little bit. And I if it ever gets to the point that my fan base grows more or whatever it may be, as much as I hate talking about it, I will continue to fucking talk about it. And I won't stop. I was considering not putting it on my set lists for live gigs. And I was like, no, that defeats the fucking whole purpose of why I wrote the song. This, like, I want anytime I gig, I want it to be full of energy, but we need to take that 10-minute break to just have the chat and just make sure it's happening, like, you know?
Yeah.
So, that's that.
Yeah.
Mental health, like, it's such an important topic in the music industry. And, like, so how do you how do you personally look after yourself and your mental health while being in, like, the public eye?
I'm definitely not the healthiest person in the world. Like, I wouldn't say I look after myself very well. I've been trying. I train a lot. I do a lot of training.
That's good for your mental
Oh,
health.
stop. It's that whole matter. Like, that's the first thing. Like, if you feel good in your body, that's the very first thing. So I make sure I train quite regularly. I definitely flew off the hinges a bit last year myself, so I can't really comment about what I do. I don't know. I've been pretty open and honest about it, but, like, I flew off the hinges for a while there last year, a good 6 months of it. Not that I did it often, but when I went out, and I was never with the intention of having a few drinks. It was the intention of getting
wasted.
up, like, absolutely blasted. And it's only recently enough now where I've come back around being like, no. Like, I went sober for a little bit, like, just a small little bit. But it actually did me the whole world of good. So, but yeah, no, looking after myself, it's music, workout, and that's it. Just make sure you do the things you enjoy.
It's so easy to fall into that trap though, and just, like, especially, like, Irish people, we all, like, everything is a drink. Like, at funerals, we have
you
drinks.
love a
Someone's
drink.
birthday, we have a drink. Like, if something happens, like, you have a bad day, let's have a drink. Like, it's our, like, whole culture is based around drink. Like, there's no way of getting out of it sometimes. So when you do fly off the handle, sometimes I sort of know what you're getting at there. Like,
I couldn't go out. Like, if someone was to ask me to go for a pint,
clear the handle for 2 days.
Pint, you can't go for one.
Morning, pissed off myself.
We're used to James going off the radar for a week and a half after he's had a sesh. So we understand.
People, that's us. I agree. But, like, even the other day, when I did the gig, I'd said to myself, we'll have a quiet night. It wasn't quiet in terms of we stayed out for a while, but I didn't get to that level of blackout drunk. You know, I looked after myself in that regard, because the thing is, I'm so conscious now, because like I said, last year when I was flying off the handle a bit, I really had no idea what I was at. Like, I'd wake up and be like, I had no clue what I was at last night. No clue. But now, because people know, like, I don't want to sound like I think I'm famous, because I'm not famous. Like, I have a few thousand followers on TikTok. That's it. But because I know there are people who now kind of fucking see my face and kind of go, you know, I want to be incredibly careful of that, because God knows if I don't want to ruin the things that I've helped build for myself over the last 6 months. Like, I don't want fucking me going unhinged on a night out to be the thing to ruin that, because that would be so stupid and silly of me.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, like, you're only human,
Oh
right?
yeah.
And we all do silly shit that
Oh,
we
I hate
regret.
it.
But the most important thing is that you get back up off your feet and you recognize, like you said, you got yourself sober. I mean, that's fucking awesome.
Hardly so.
Okay,
Part-time.
all right. So it was only but the fact is, you still was like, I don't want to be going that hard.
Yeah.
There's
no-
still that realization of like, I need to sort my shit out. I
Yeah.
can't be doing that all the time.
Yeah.
And, you are famous. I mean, social media makes people famous these days. We're not talking like A-list celeb, fame, but you are recognizable. You've even mentioned like going into places and people spot you, and you will have people that are following you that will look up to you, that something will resonate with them, whether it's your music, whether it's you putting a smile on someone's face, and then they want to share that and pass it forward and whatever, like people are seeing that. So I think you're doing a brilliant job, and I love that, that's
right.
all.
And look, I don't want to be anything else but honest. Like, and I had no problem admitting all this shit. Like, look, there was definitely a few nights there last year where I went completely. And like, again, I don't think I was up to anything too scandalous or anything like that, but it's just the fear the next day of waking up and going, Jesus Christ, what could I have done? And like I said, I just don't want to ruin the good things that I've managed to do for myself. And if that were to be the reason, I'd be extremely upset with myself. And I know how hard it is to kind of fucking bring that trust back with people if that were to be the case. So, yeah. Have I sorted my shit out completely yet? No, I have not. But we're working on it. For example, like I won't even lie, I was huge on weed, right? Nearly reliant on it. And this year now I touched it once.
Fair play.
It's just those kind of things. And whereas I would have been smoking 2 or 3 every night for the last fucking God knows. And it's just the little things like that. It's just reining it all back in and realizing, you can do these things every now and then, but just don't take the fucking piss.
Yeah, don't rip the arse out of it.
Big piss. So that's that.
Thank you, Dylon, for opening up about mental health. One thing for any listeners of Meet in the Middle know, we had a special promotional code from our friends at Headspace, which you can find just below here. I believe you got until the end of January to claim 50% off a full year's membership with Headspace.
Quick.
Really recommend it. There's loads of things on there, especially like for me, I struggle to get sleep just because my brain is racking. So there's some sleep sounds on there, bit of white noise to get you to sleep, but there's also small meditation sessions on there as well. So don't miss out. You've got till the end of January to get that discount.
Dylan, do you have any plans for live performances and tours for the future?
I do and I don't. I'm
You
in the
mentioned
middle of
Wayland's
working.
earlier on.
So yeah, I have so I played a place called the Casbah last Friday. I'm in Whelan's in Dublin this Friday. So
Today.
Today I'm in Whelan.
Wink, wink.
Why don't
You're all right.
No, so I'm only doing a support slot at the moment. So it's not really my gig, to be fair. I am currently working on trying to get my first ever headline show together. While we've gotten the venue sorted, the date is the thing that we haven't come to an agreement on yet, so I can't reveal anything there. I do have one goal. And I don't know how outrageous this is, but I'd love to get a slot somewhere at EP this year.
Oh, amazing.
That's like, so I have a goal and a dream, right? So the goal is my headline show.
Yeah.
The goal is something that I need to fucking make happen. The dream is something that I don't know if it will happen, but if it does happen, my God, I will lap that up like nothing. But the dream is to play EP anytime, any stage, I don't care. because I will be there regardless on the tear.
Yeah, you'd be perfect for EP. I can already picture you manifesting for you on Saturday, just before the headliners come on.
We won't be getting
Main
up.
stage.
If honestly, listen, any stage, and I'd love to. I just I don't get the chance to do much live gigs. But anytime I do, I feel like I give everything I possibly can on a stage. I try to bring that whole shop side of things, where it's like I make sure that I'm interacting with people, because a gig is fit, in my opinion, if you're not having fun with the people who are there to watch you and have fun. So it's so important that I have a bit of interaction. Like, for example, I don't know if you've seen this, but a couple of years ago, I went on this big rant about bounties, and which I hate.
Bounty chocolate bars.
Why?
Yeah, I think they're shite.
Oh, I love them.
Why? Because I think they're shite. That's all you need.
But it's coconut. It's a totally tropical taste.
Oh yeah, totally. I just hate. All right. So I said I made this campaign about 2 years ago to swap bounties for Toblerones and celebrations, but
That is a good shout, actually.
That is a good shout.
me-
I would do that.
right? Because do you know the way there's this whole discourse? Could you imagine? This is the first step to world peace. It's one that causes a little bit of conflict, and get in something that is universally loved. Make the world's most perfect box of chocolate, and Bob's your uncle, Mary's
The
your
truffle?
happy outlook.
What
What
happened to
Toblerone?
the truffle? The good truffle was in the bloody box.
Wouldn't it be so good?
Are we
Yeah.
truffle?
But Toblerone isn't made by Nestle, so that's not going to be in the celebrations ever.
So what?
No, we're crossing boundaries here.
He's making up a wee dolly mixture.
What about a Yorkie bar? That's kind of.
We'll take Yorkie.
Yeah.
There we go.
Except they're not for women. I don't care if you.
I love
if you
them.
disagree with-
I love them. So
I stand with that old slogan.
still eat them.
No, it's
Well,
for everybody.
But if it is the
We're
Toblerone,
very
it's got to be
inclusive on this podcast.
it's got to be the original size Toblerone, not the slim one that they've done now. It's got to be the proper chunky Toblerone chunk.
100%.
Jake,
Yeah.
Jake loves a chunky one.
Yeah.
So
He doesn't. He's not homosexual. I'm the only homosexual.
Do you mean you love a chunky one?
I do love a chunky chocolate bar. I do. So yes,
Moving on.
so I had this whole hate against bounties, and I was playing a live gig a few weeks later, and then next thing I forgot the words to one of my songs because I got distracted because there was lads in the back of the crowd holding up bounties. But I could have got pissed off by that, but instead it turned into this whole skit of me literally being like, I forgot the words because of you, you prick. How dare you come to my show with a bounty, and then all this kind of stuff. But like the crowd was really into it, and I had loads of people yelling, "Fuck you" to me, and bounties are class. I'm giving them from the stage; they're giving it up to me. It's just pure interaction, and I think if you're going to pay to see anyone, Jesus, don't you want them to at least acknowledge you're there?
Absolutely. It's about having that rapport, that connection with them.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you don't struggle with that at all.
No, I don't know if I do or not. I don't think so.
I don't think you do.
No.
I think this is a good time to point out that if you're in the Dublin area tonight and you're around Whelan's, I'll be handing out bounties at the back of the stage.
Yeah, get yourself along.
I'm just picturing like the boombox. What's that 80s movie where it's like, baby, come back?
Standing outside the window, wheeling,
Yeah.
looking
With a big bounty.
Yeah,
A
I
big
think
fuck
that
off bar that
bounty deal has gone.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
sponsorship for
I don't think
bounty is gone.
I can picture you replacing the words to the song, like bounty, just like randomly like coming off with a new song.
I might kick off that whole campaign again next Christmas because, it's always a controversial time for what makes the best chocolate in a box.
Well, I'm going to manifest for you, Dylan, that all of that stuff happens. And I guess like with your social media presence, because it is massive, potentially like this could open up other avenues for you. Like this could be picked up somewhere else on the globe. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be here in Ireland or you know, the
Being
UK.
here in
Yeah, I
Germany.
was questioning that too.
You could be massive in Japan or like, I don't know.
If I was, right, genuinely, Japan is my dream destination to
Yeah.
go to.
Well, there we
Uh,
go.
Yeah, I love it as
I,
well.
I want to go to Japan so badly. I would only love that. So if the Japanese want to decide that I am their Irish person of choice to support, by all means, I got the.
I'm just picturing now you doing a Japanese advert the way Joey did in Friends for the lip balm.
I don't think we have any Japanese listeners, actually.
No.
Je m'appelle Claude. That's French. Je suis flou. Can you picture?
There's social media, I think, is a really good avenue to kind of open doors.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
I think you're doing all the right things. Like, you've definitely connected with people on social. Like, they get you, they like you. And I can only assume that that's going to grow even more. The more content you're whacking out, if you decide to whack more out.
And look, I said it when I hit 30K, because my goal last year was to hit 5K. And so when I hit 30K, I had said, look, hopefully that is only the start, and I will do everything I can. The only thing is I do want to try start getting away from the shop content and moving it into other avenues. And I'm kind of struggling with that at the moment. That's why I'm not completely getting rid of the shop stuff, but I do want to try and go down different avenues and see what hits, what doesn't. You know, I'm going to try a lot of stuff out, hopefully, this year. And
You could do what's that woman from Ireland, Janet? You could do like what she does.
Have you seen
Just
her?
go out on the street and last thing at night.
Everyone in Dublin
You
stop
seen
her.
her?
And, don't
I
know
sing
if you've
too,
seen her or not. she's people stop her on the street and she starts singing dance anthems to them. I actually seen her as well at McDonald's. I have a video on my TikTok with her.
Just go and do what she's doing.
Can we do
Apparently,
a
she
collab,
got
Dylan?
approached by Warner Brothers or something, didn't she? Or something.
Apparently, yeah.
Can we sing?
I'll
We'll
send you a link
together.
after this.
You'll have to
I'm
get
not gonna lie.
headphones.
I think companies are scared to work with me.
We're not.
Oh no, I know you're
We're
not.
not a company.
No.
We're
I
a
mean,
podcast.
Yeah, true.
I feel like, but at the same time, what are companies going to look at me and go, oh, what can we send him that he'll be able to do? Petrol fucking pumps, is it?
Petrol pump not working. Number one not working.
You know, but when you said about the he's like, I've been asked to like host events and stuff now, so like I'd be the one in the microphone just chatting shite to people, like, do you know, that kind of stuff? Like, so anything like that, if the opportunity arose, I'd 100%. I'd love to just try a load of different stuff out and see what hits. Music is obviously the main one, but I'm not going to turn down opportunities if they come my way.
Absolutely not.
If you need a backing singer,
Listen, if I go on tour, you can come as my backing singer. No problem.
thanks.
Can
No
you write
problem.
a song about meet in the middle?
Oh, here he goes.
Oh,
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Not very-
exclusive.
Meet me in the middle. I'm sitting on a bench. It's over by the house. Just jump over the fence. I don't know.
I would jump over the fence.
That's
Brilliant.
I'll
Love
join
it.
the bench with you and have a wee sing song. Yeah.
But
A little
yeah,
exclusive. There we go.
meet me in the middle.
Well, thank you
Wow.
very, very much.
Oh, you're very, very welcome.
Thank you.
what is that accent? I don't even know. Very, very.
Very, very.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you,
Sounded slightly posh French.
Danny. Yeah, stop. Good job.
I am not German.
Oh, I'm very sorry. Where are you from?
Australia.
Australia? That's not a
Yeah.
fucking Australian accent, you can't.
It is. Australians, they can sometimes go up and then sometimes they go down.
I thought they were only upside down.
No, they're down under.
I have no else to say to that. I'm trying to think of something smart in my head.
No,
and
you
I-
know what we need now? Jake, this is your perfect opportunity to do
Yes.
your Irish accent.
No.
Do it,
Yes.
No, I'm not even
Do
going to do it.
Rachel's catchphrase.
No, I'm not even going to do it.
Please.
I'm going to
So my
offend.
Oh, he's
catchphrase
all
is-
shy.
What's the catchphrase?
Fuck off away around your own door.
Fuck off around your
Fuck
own
away
door.
off around your own door, right?
Yeah.
So go, Jake, you do it.
No, then we'll save it
Please,
for an extra.
please.
No.
You
We'll
have to
save
do
for
it.
later. No.
You've
no.
been called
I'm
off.
going to offend. I'm going to offend Dylan here and the whole
Yeah.
of Ireland. So
You know what?
Well,
I think you should know by now. There's not a lot that will.
you're not helping me, Dylan. Thanks.
Hurry up, Jake, go do it.
Well, I think do you know what it is? It's perfect time for a quiz.
I'll give you that one. Nice save.
Yes.
we'll leave him alone because he is actually learning Irish on Duolingo as well.
Yes.
Fair
I can
play.
say caca agus cafe later.
No, you can't. Corker.
Caca. Oh, okay.
Corker.
All right, that's me done. That's why. Sorry. We'll move on to the quiz now. Let's.
James, you need to make him watch Cockamillish.
Oh, yeah, we'll have to get him to watch that. Or just whack on TG Carter.
Nah, Cockamillish is way too iconic not to show.
Okay, I'll have to
How
show
do you
him.
watch that on Retina Terrera?
What?
Is it RTE?
Are
Retina
you trying to say
Terrera?
radio television?
Radio Eastna Heron.
Oh. I always thought it was Retina Terrera.
No, that sounds like you're a DJ scratching a disc.
What?
RTE.
Rat.
Right,
I'm just going to go back in my box.
Before we do embarrass ourselves anymore. So, as people will know, we do a quiz on every episode, and we'd love to have you to take part, Dylan, in this very special quiz. We've got loosely, tenuously linked about everything that you know and have knowledge of, and a bit of everything else. So, are you ready to take on these three?
Bring it on, baby.
I will
I
say
wouldn't worry,
James gets
you're gonna
very competitive.
No, I don't get competitive. I just always win.
just always
Are we?
You do get competitive. Sorry.
Are we all against each other here?
Yeah. I
Love
wouldn't
it.
worry because I'm going to know shit.
Same.
James is probably going to win, and Rachel, she'll do all right.
Well,
Bring it on.
and that confirms that the Irish are well smarter.
Yes, I think it has confirmed it.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
me,
with-
Dylan. Not me. I'll sing you a wee tune. I can sing you a wee song, like, but general
Yeah,
knowledge.
she can't even use a computer.
My backing singer.
Yeah, this is her audition.
This is
Yeah.
my audition. No, I'm not singing.
Okay, well, we just need you to have a buzzer. Do you have anything on hand that can be a buzzer? Strum of
Oh,
the
do a
guitar.
strum of the guitar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give us a G.
Spot or G chord.
There we go. That'll do.
La,
Okay.
Give me a G. That's your note, Jake.
Sorry, you don't have the range.
Rachel, what's your buzzer going to be?
Oh God, haven't got it ready. 2 seconds. Sorry.
Right, well, while we're waiting. Oh, there we go.
Okay. James, what's yours?
You're going to love this one, Jake.
Dear Gritch, Seamus, Cafe Liderhall.
That's actually Jake's. That's a WhatsApp voice note of Jake practicing his Irish.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, thanks. Right.
What, Jake? You want to hear it one more time?
Dear Gritch, Seamus, Cafe Liderhall.
There's
The
no
Irish
hidden.
music in the
Sent me his voice note.
Danny, what's yours? Please don't pitch me up.
Mine is RuPaul's.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Right.
Doing it for the gays.
Okay, let's go for question number 1.
Oh.
If I got the questions ready.
Oh, my God. He's falling again.
It's that voice notes put me off. So, question number 1. In 2024, who was the most followed TikToker? And this is multiple choice. A.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
No,
Danny.
I didn't realise it was multiple choice.
I'm going to have to accept your buzzer.
I'm going to go with Elphaba. Chelsea Liart. Chelsea Liart.
No.
No, incorrect.
Can we hear the choices?
But I can go through the choices. So we've got A, Charlie D'Amelio.
Oh, Dylan's
Oh,
in.
Dylan.
Charlie D'Amelio.
Is it Charlie D'Amelio? No.
Dear Gritch, Seamus, Cafe Liderhall.
James,
Is it Mr. Beast?
is it Mr. Beast? No.
Can I hear the choices, please? Since I'm the
You
last
can have
one
the
to answer.
choices. So, A. Charlie D'Amelio, B. Mr. Beast, C. Carby Lame, or D.
It's not that
Bella
one.
Porch.
So it's between Caballero
You've
and...
already answered, Dylan. You're out.
I can't go again. Fuck this.
No.
What's the last two, Jake?
Carby Lame or Bella Porch?
I'm gonna go Bella Porch.
It's the only one you can pronounce.
Okay, free for all. Anyone want to jump in?
Right.
No, we've all guessed. It's the one that we didn't guess. Go on, give it to
Who the
Rachel.
fuck is he? Even is this fucking one?
I don't know.
But this Quizmaster, I know.
The answer was Carby Lame, and they had 161.8 million followers.
Wow.
Mr.
Now we're
Beast
all
had,
gonna look him up on TikTok here. Come on, who's
Are you
who the
fair?
fuck he
I
is.
wasn't supposed to be the answer.
Why wasn't Dylan one of the other options?
Yeah, you should have put Dylan on there.
I feel like I'm being
Oh.
This
Getting
quiz is a
straight
load
onto
of...
Is this because you're losing already? Thanks.
Yeah.
So I'll go through. Charlie D'Amelio had 151.86 million. Mr. Beast
Million?
had 91.2
Or million?
million. And Bella Porch had 93.7 million.
Million.
Millions.
Okay. Question number 2. Which nation is missing from the list of countries featured in Rugby Six Nations Championship? England, France, Ireland, Scotland and Wales.
Digert, Seamus, Cafe, Liderhall.
James.
Italy. Did you say that? I forgot.
No,
Is it
didn't
Italy?
even
No.
say it, like.
Yes!
It was Italy that was missing. So James has got 1.
Dylan is
Oh.
snapping.
I'm not happy. That was my answer. Like,
Should have gave it.
Okay. Right, question number 3. I'm hoping you get this one, Dylan, now.
Oh.
Name the song and artist from these lyrics. You were a child, crawling on your knees.
Digert, Seamus, Cafe, Liderhall.
Dylan striked first. I heard the
Yeah,
guitar.
I got Dylan in then.
He doesn't know it.
I didn't even strum.
Oh,
it's
No,
your-
it was
it's your-
your-
the
it
backing
was
music
James.
list.
oh, it's the
it was me.
Irish jig.
That was MGMT Kids.
For fuck's sake!
It was.
Fucking cover of it yesterday.
Look how smug he is, Dylan. Look, he loves
Look
it.
at him. They eat all the time. Fuck it.
I'm surprised you
From
got the rugby one.
Making mama so proud. But your voice is too loud. Yeah, great. Yeah.
I don't
Well
even know
done.
who that is.
Same.
MGM2. Do you not know who MGM2 is?
Control yourself. Take only what you need from it.
Oh, yeah, I know that
Oh, I
bit.
do.
Yeah, I know that. I know that.
Oh, I do.
A little too late there, Dylan, I'm afraid.
Do you know what? I'm feeling generous.
Too
here.
little, too late.
I'm feeling generous. Dylan, you can have a point for singing it.
I sang it a little bit as well.
You did not.
You didn't know the band. Okay, so the scores on the doors are James with 2, Dylan on 1.
Oh, God. Good luck,
Question number
everyone.
4. In rugby union, how many players make up the on-field team? Dylan.
15.
Is it 15?
My butter didn't work.
Yeah, right,
It's
Danny.
15.
No, I swear to God.
Okay, so it is a tie so far. So James on 2, Dylan on 2, Danny and Rachel on 0.
Oh, shut up, Jake.
So
How well smarter.
Yeah, 100%.
the final question, question number 5, and this is multiple choice. If I was to drive the Ring of Kerry, how many kilometres would I be driving according to islands.com?
Oh, my God.
Loads.
Is it loads? Is it loads? No.
What's the choices, sir, Jakob?
Okay, the choices are A, 191 kilometres, B, 179 kilometres, C, 160 kilometres, or D, 201 kilometres. Rach was in first.
Can I go 191?
Was that an option?
It
Yeah.
wasn't. That was an option. Is it the right option though? No. Dylan,
160, baby.
is it 160? No.
Sorry, I
You
lost
don't
my
know
camera.
your ring of whatever it was. Kerry?
Carrot?
I think. Oh wait, do I need? I was going to say, do I need a buzzer? But do we need to hear Jake again? Yeah, we do.
Dig Rich, Seamus, Cafe Liderhall.
I think it's 201.
Is it 201?
See if he fucking.
The answer was 179 kilometers.
Right, I won't be forgetting that.
Okay. So we're going to end it on a tie.
You can't
James got
do
two.
that.
You can't
Dylan
do
got
that.
two.
You may look up a question here quickly, Jacob.
I've got to find a question now. Right.
Are we still in it?
I was thinking that. Very.
Okay, right. I've got a tiebreaker question between James and Dylan.
Oh.
I want
Good luck.
within the closest of 10 kilometers. What is the distance between Shannon? Well, this is coming up as Shannon Airport and Dublin.
Dig Rich, Seamus, Cafe Liderhall.
James, give your answer first, and then Dylan.
90.
You going with 90?
What even is kilometers? I'm joking.
Dylan, what's your guess?
We've
Oh,
magic
you
here.
stupid cunt. That's 362.
Oh, is it?
306.
You're both wrong.
You
Who's
said within
closest?
close to 10.
Who was closest?
The closest was
Don't say it.
James.
Don't. Oh my God.
362 kilometers now from Dublin to Shannon.
Yeah.
What is it? 200, is it?
It's 200.
Oh,
What fucking signposts do I be reading when I'm driving up there?
wait, well, whereabouts
The
in
wrong
Dublin?
one.
This is getting really technical here. I'm just going off Google here. It was 200. Sorry, Dylan. You're going to hate.
I'll do a stupid cunt. I look right fucking silly now.
We
Sorry,
normally set
Dylan.
it up
It's
for our
normally
guests
me.
to win
It's
as
normally me
well.
who's stupid every week.
Tell you what, Dylan, I'll give you half a point, so it means we both draw, and Ireland's
Okay.
taking that trophy home.
I'll accept that.
Thanks,
I'll
God.
accept that.
What about the
Fair enough.
counties? What about the counties, James?
I will take the 6 of them back as well, please, and thank you.
Dylan, I've a quick maths question for you. What's 26 plus 6? 1. United Ireland.
And it just goes
James,
maths and skill, considering I really was thinking about it there.
this is not a political podcast.
Right, and just on the whole geography question, that's another thing I failed in school. That didn't
I
really
failed it too.
Yeah, it didn't seem
I
like a very
failed.
fair quiz set up for your get to win.
Watch Mr. Bean.
Well, it would have been if it was me, Rachel, or James doing it for you, Dylan.
Well, look, we drew.
I'm joking, Jake.
2.5 each. And
Fair play, Dylan.
thank
Keep
you.
up.
It's all about
Yeah.
taking
Well
part.
done.
Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it. Right, well, Dylan, we're closing things up now. So before we go out, we just want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast with us. And for any of our listeners that want to check out some of Dylan's music, just search him on Spotify, Dylon Jack. That's Dylon, because his mum and dad wanted to be different. That right, Dylan?
And they're dyslexic.
And on Instagram, it's at This Is Dylon Jack, and TikTok is Dylon Jack. So on that note, Dylan, you're going to play us out with On You. Take
Yes.
it away.
Oh, I love it. I still have the smell of you on my pillow. I was going to say, it was giving me vibes of like Empire of the Sun.
Walking on a dream.
Yeah.
Walking on a dream. That would be a really good mashup, actually.
Do you know what's funny is like one of the music magazines in Ireland that actually used that exact song as an example.
Oh.
You could be an old radio journalist, music journalist. Yes, Danny. Should take it off.
I might just do that.
Oh, also, by the way, James, you like my pick.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll take
but-
the orange. I'll take the orange bit, thanks.
Have you just sent us a pick?
Will I go?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
go
love
for it.
this song. Let's go
Okay.
for it.
You guys. I still get the smell of you on my pillow. still feel like calling you when I'm stoned. I don't know where my heart is, but I know where my mind goes. Maybe it's the quick stuff making me slow. If you really want me, tell me where to go. Do you want to see me? I guess I'll never know. Still buy your favorite drink when I'm at the bar. Wishing you were here as I drink on my own. I know you're not here, but I'm checking if you are. Walking home without you is getting too hard. If you really want me, tell me where to go. Do you want to see me? I guess I'll never know. It's on you, all you, yeah, you, just you, it's on you. It's on you, all you, yeah, you, just you, it's on you. If you really want me, tell me where to go. Do you want to see me? I guess I'll never know. Oh, my. If you really want me, tell me where to go. Do you want to see me? I guess I'll never know. It's on you, all you, yeah, you, just you, it's on you. It's on you, all you, yeah, you, just you, it's on you.
Yes, I love it.
Danny was singing along. Did you mute yourself there, Danny?
I did. I did mute myself.
He sings along to everything. Everything.
I've whacked it on a playlist. It's already liked. I've streamed it numerous times.
Well,
I
I'm
love
glad
it.
someone's getting some enjoyment out of the bloody thing.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. And then is it obvious? Obvious is my next one that I like.
Yeah, obvious is one of those. I was at EP a few years ago. I saw Jamie XX live and Fred again. So after seeing the two of them, I was like, right, I need to hop on this electronic shit big time. So yeah,
Keep
obvious
doing
is
it.
probably my. To be honest with you, I love it.
Yeah, keep doing it. We love it.
Right, well then that brings us to an end for this week. Dylan, thank you so much for coming along. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much for having me on. It's been an absolute joy.
No, thank
Right.
you.
Thank you,
Until
Dylan.
next week then. We'll see you again. Bye.
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 I won't see you next week, but they will.
Thanks for watching this episode of Meet in the Middle.
If you enjoyed this episode, why not check out the others?
And see that subscribe button? Hit it. Hit it.
And while you're there, hit that bell notification and drop us a like. We'll see you next time.